Okay, the monthly contest is pretty much where we started, as I mentioned earlier. And it's a very simple concept. The concept is that one person takes home 50% of the pool. And as you can see in this particular contest, during October last year, that was 68,000 euros was up for grabs. We had another one down here at 67,000 to the month prior. So those two winners there would have received half of that in euros. We pay out via the blockchain through Solana, so most of our business is quick payments on a global scale through the crypto space. So that this particular case, that would have been 34,000 euros that the winner would have received, and then the other 99 winners are something we're going to learn a lot more in the one team. But how the one team system works, in essence, is when you join, the next person who joins anywhere in the world is in your team. So depending on what package you have, depends on how many people. But the good news with this particular winning elements are the next. So if I won, for example, I was the winner. The 99 people who joined before me, based on timestamps, it's all timestamp based. Doesn't matter where you're from, anywhere in the world. The 99 before me will receive the balance of the other half divided by 99. So the other half of the money goes to the 99 people who just luckily happen to join before the winner, is how the contest works. It's fantastic. It has some elements to it. We'll get more into the details in the next few slides, but that's it in concept. Again, I wouldn't think it's too much of a surprise for people to understand how big it is. We have a couple of fantastic contests here in Australia. There's a company here that's made a billionaire out of a guy in Melbourne running just one cash contest for the last few years. The market for online contests, sweepstakes, etc., is just enormous and growing exponentially. People feel the opportunity to jump in for only a few dollars every month for a chance to win large amounts of money on a smaller database, rather than trying to win 300,000 to one on a lotto. So contests have become far more popular. It's a great way for the companies as well to get their excitement and reach out there. We have, there's requirements in ours where people have to share and like on social media. So we increase our social media platform impressions as well, which is exciting. So the industry, again, is another exciting large one. It's a relatively new industry. It hasn't been anything like this in the last 4 or 5 years. It's really the last 2 or 3 years. So we've really incorporated that heavily into our business model. And we really like the feeling that 100 people, every single month from our database, do get a win and do help them along with their bills. So it's exciting for us to see that happen every month and have 100 winners from our own. Okay, let's run through how it works. So how do we pick a first prize winner? We use a random number generation, company called Gleam, quite a good one. They do a lot of the online draws. So basically everyone in the database, by way of either their package when they first join or from their monthly subscription. The monthly subscriptions are very, very small, from $2 for the smallest package a month to get 4 tickets, for example, in the draw. So we've kept the monthly subscription elements very low, very reasonable. And more often than not, the one team income you make is more than you pay anyway. So very rare that many people have to put their hands in their pockets, unless they're in the very high packages, where they get a lot more tickets, a lot more opportunities to win. But the good news, the average person, the average membership in our business doesn't put their hand in their pocket once they join. So basically we upload every single month, and we run a full video. I actually do it, full video on the drawing process, the whole process, so everyone can see that it's legitimately done correctly, and people have that in video and watch the whole process unravel every month. I publish that. We have our own social media platform, Unity, which you guys will get to know if you become a member, and we upload it to there for everyone to review. So we upload everyone's tickets, and then we run the Gleam program. The Gleam program picks the winner, and at that particular point, we then make sure they've done a few things along the way. As I mentioned earlier, the 100 winners, 50% of the winnings go to the first prize, and the other 99 forming the 100 syndicate winners are the 99 that joined before the winner, purely based on timestamp from anywhere in the world, which is a very fair system. To run a legal contest in pretty much every country in the world, you have to have some elements. So we have a skill and task element. So not only do you have to get picked, but you just have a couple things to do to add a legitimacy to it. This is very similar to the Canadian lotto. If you win the lottery in Canada, you have to complete a four-stage mathematical equation to add a skill element for you to win your prize. They're not very difficult, of course, but there is an element there that needs to be done. So for you to win, to be a winner in the business, you must do a skill and you must do a task. So the task is super simple. It's purely liking or sharing any of our social media posts on our Instagram pages, Facebook pages, or our own social media platform called Unity. And if you do that, then you tick the first task element is successful, and then the winner is sent a mathematical equation which has 4 parts to it, which is the 4 elements, just like the Canadian lotto, and the answer is then done. That all the communications around this with the winner is videoed, so the communications between them and us are all verified, and then we then publish the winners and then make the payments immediately. The good thing with the monthly subscriptions are we do have an active monthly subscription, which means you have to be subscribed. Where more often than not, you wouldn't even have tickets in the platform if you weren't subscribed anyway. But if you weren't subscribed and you happen to be in that 99, you don't get your money. So it's always good to be active, just in case you're in that 99 winners for that particular month. Just thought we'd show you our board of all the winners so far. So these are all the winners throughout since we began, which makes up the 635,000 euros that I talked about earlier. These are the people who've won that half. So that basically 635, half of that has been shared by these people, and the rest that made up that 1,300 number that we talked about earlier are the other 99 over the course of the last 14 months. Some of the message we get from the winners has been sort of warms the heart. It does, it does help a lot of people. These winnings at certain times, a lot of young people are there, and some people who really needed it as well. So some musicians down here with me, just some exciting stories. So it's a really, really nice part of the business, and I love it every month when we come up to this time of the month.